Want to hear a joke? Iron Leaves. Okay. Blip exists here, and I'll be talking about the two new Pokemon that have been introduced into Scarlet and Violet OU. Well, maybe not OU for this one. Okay. Walking Wake, this is Paradox Suicune. Has, looking at stats, solid speed. This gen, it's nothing fantastic, but it's good. Good special attack with 125. Decent everything else. Nothing else too fantastic, but seems pretty good. It's been gifted with the fantastic typing of Water Dragon. It's weak to, I think, two types in Fairy and Dragon. And Dragon doesn't really counter it because it's a Dragon type and can blast it with Draco Meteor. Okay. Going through this thing's moves, it's got notably Draco Meteor, Hurricane, Hydro Pump, Flamethrower. For other water stab, it's also got Surf and Hydro Steam, its signature move, and Terra Blast, but so does everything else. So Draco Meteor, this is the most put this move on this Pokemon move. It's a special attacker, Dragon Stab, 130 base power. You're running Draco Meteor on this. Hurricane's a little bit more iffy because it only has 70% accuracy. It's not getting stab on this. So if you're taking off a move to fit Terra Blast, probably either Hurricane or Flamethrower. Hydro Steam, Hydro Pump, or Surf is all for Water Stab. Hydro Pump is less reliable but does more damage. Surf does more damage than Hydro Steam but doesn't get the benefit of doing more damage than Sun. And Hydro Steam is good because it gets the photosynthesis boost and then boosts Hydro Steam by 50%, which I believe is 50%, which would boost it to 120 damage, which is pretty good. Flamethrower fires a great offensive type, so Flamethrower is a pretty good move. Looking at the stats, comparing its speed to other stuff in OU, 109 speed. Oh, let me sort by OU. This isn't like every Pokemon needs to worry about, but just some of them. The main ones that are an issue, mainly Iron Valiant. It has no super effective moves against Iron Valiant, and Iron Valiant outspeeds Walking Wake. Roaring Moon and Dragapult, you're not switching in either of these into Walking Wake, but they can both probably OHKO it with a Dragon type move. Of course, Walking Wake can probably OHKO either of them with a Dragon type move. So mainly got to watch out for Iron Valiant. Of course, you probably don't want to be switching to too many attacks. While Water Dragon is a fantastic defensive typing, it doesn't have great defenses to back it up. It's not bad defense. Like, you can probably switch into an attacker too, which is part of what I think is going to make this such a good Pokemon, is because it has decent enough defensive stats and a good defensive typing. Water Dragon, once again, really good typing, has many 4 times resist, like to fire and water, which particularly with Sun and Rain being, I'm pretty sure Rain's really common, which is going to mean that that's a really valuable typing to have. In terms of items, definitely Choice Specs, just to boost stats. Choice Scarf, mainly I think whatever beats Iron Valiant is going to be what you want to run. Hit it with Hydro Steam. Maybe just try to predict the switch in. Life Orb, this thing has pretty good coverage moves overall. This is a pretty solid assortment of moves. None of them really feel like they're worse than the others. So just solid moves. So definitely Life Orb. You can maybe do Heavy Duty Boots. I wouldn't recommend that to maybe switch into more stuff. Not a very good defensive Pokemon from what I'm seeing. It just doesn't have the moves to do it. Actually, looking through some more of its moves, Sunny Day or Radiance really feel like it. I guess not going to be that good in my opinion. You could, if you really felt like, run an offensive set. Maybe use like Hone Claws, Aqua Jet, Agility. If you really felt like. I don't think that's going to be too good because base 83 attack isn't that good. But it's not out of the question. Booster Energy. I don't know if Booster Energy is banned. It might be. But Booster Energy is pretty good. So you could use that if you wanted to. Probably going to boost special attack. But you could probably set this up in such a way that it boosts speed instead. Let's see, does it just naturally boost speed if you have positive speed? Oh, it doesn't. But you don't have to sacrifice too much of its attack to do that. So you could probably do Booster Energy Speed to function as kind of a one switch in Choice Scarf. Okay. Iron Leaves. Look, Grass Psychic, terrible typing. When we look at what's in OU with U-Turn, let's bring up U-Turn. Look at Cinderace, gonna OHKO you. Dragapult, gonna OHKO you. Greninja, gonna all these are some of the fastest mounts in the tier. They're just gonna switch in, U-Turn out. You're either sacrificing momentum or you're sacrificing Iron Lead, neither of which is good. Yeah, terrible typing. And just looking at its moves, got Reversal, but you got Close Combat. You're not running Reversal on this. It's sure does more damage, but it's much less reliable. Means you can't switch out and in. Megaform, we'll get to that one in a sec, but probably going to be running Leaf Blade because Grass Stab Psyblade, that's its signature move. Psyblade is going to get Psychic Stab. It gets boosted in Electric Terrain, if I'm correct, to 120 damage as well. Because that Electric Terrain is harder to set up, I don't think that will be as worthwhile. And then for a final option, you can run either X-Scissor or Megahorn, depending on how much accuracy you want. Terror Blast to take advantage of some Terror type. Facade or Night Slash. Facade lets you take advantage of status that would try to stop this. And then Wild Charge just to get boosted by Electric Terrain. So the thing with this, it has better options overall, but the options are worse. Like this, you've got like, whoa, 130 base power move, 110 base power move, 80 base power move. That's not as much, but that's not bad considering it's coming off the stab. For this thing's stab options, it's like 90 base power, 80 base power. Yeah, you've got close combat with 120 base power, but like that's not stab. So honestly, probably a little worse options. I don't know. Depends on how you consider it. This could probably have a couple of weirder sets, like Focus Sash Reversal. Looking at its stats, that 5 speed difference is a lot of speed difference. When we look at speed, comparing... Oh, let me bring up OU. When we compare Walking Wake to Iron Leaves... Okay, maybe it's not as big of a difference as I said. It will when we look down in UU. Because Iron Treasure is the only difference. I think that gets U-turn, though. Let me check. Okay, it doesn't get U-turn. Maybe that's not as big of a difference as I said. In OU, if this thing goes down to UU, I think it will make a fair bit of a difference. For items, you could do Choice Band, Choice Scarf, and like 5... Actually, going back to speed, 5 difference in speed. You'd rather have 5 more speed than 5 more attack. This thing, I believe, has, 5 more attack. You want 5 more speed more than 5 more attack. This has slightly more optimized stats, I think, but it kind of needs that because Grass Psychic type means you're taking 4x damage from U-turn and First Impression, which neither what you want to do. Like just pulling up First Impression on low kicks. Hits first. I don't know its exact priority, but you're getting outsped, you're getting outcode. You got to switch into something else. U-turn. You're once again. You're either losing an Iron Leaves or you are losing momentum. So not that great. So it seems to just be a powerful physical attacker. Checking out its competition in OU, because I forgot to do that again. Rolling Moon is faster and I think does more damage. King Gambit just does more damage. You've got better options. Actually, let's check out special attackers for Walking Wake. You got Iron Moth, but that doesn't have good defensive typing. Hatterene, which isn't fast. Volcarona, which also isn't fast. Like, honestly, Walking Wake doesn't have a lot of competition. Like, it's competing with Iron Moth, but those two still do fairly different things. Like, all these do different things. Iron Valiant is... No, because that's very frail. No, definitely not Skeletor. Honestly, Dragapult or Greninja is probably the closest thing you've got to Walking Wake. So I think that Walking Wake is definitely going to be usable. Even if it drops down to you, which it almost certainly won't. I guarantee it won't. It's still going to be usable in OU. Because it can do stuff that no other Pokemon can. It has good special attack, really good special attack, and it has good speed. On the other hand, when you look at attack, on the other hand, in OU, Roaring Moon just completely outclasses it. Both of them are going to not take a lot of hits. Roaring Moon can honestly probably take more hits because of that 105 HP. And then it's going to do more damage. It's faster. It does more damage. This just has so much more competition. It also competes with Iron Valiant, but it also competes with like Garchomp, Breloom, great. Iron Leaves has a lot more competition for its role. And I don't think that I forgot to bring up. So this is 80 base power, but with special and physical moves actually have less power. Like we feel good Dragomita, that's 130 for significant drawback. Close combat is 120 for very little drawback. That's because physical moves kind of have to have a power increase for them to actually work because of like Intimidate being everywhere and that sort of thing. So this base power move is actually worse than this base 80 power move. I don't know how I said that first. Base 80 power moves. The physical one's going to be worse because of like Intimidate being spammed around. So Psyblade's worse than Hydro Steam. Psyblade also has to... It won't do anything against Dark types, which isn't going to be that good. If it had been like a Grass type move, no, but then it wouldn't have any physical second type moves. Yeah, just not as good. Looking through its other moves, X-Scissor, I guess. Work Up, I guess. Wait, no, because this gets Swords Dance. Actually, that you could do it for Swords Dance. It gets Taunt. So it gets better support moves. This just has better move pool with worse moves, once again. Yeah. False Swipe, that's such an effective move. Electric Terrain to set its own terrain. I could maybe see that, as I say. It wouldn't be very good, though. So yeah. I do think this is going to drop down to UU, and I don't think it's going to be good in UU either. If we look at in UU, let's check out U-turn in UU. Yeah, that's not that good, having to deal with slithering. I'll actually get more into slithering later, but when we see what outspeed this has 106 base speed, 104 base speed. Okay, just bringing up UU and U-turn. Sorting by speed, Counterflame outspeeds you, Kawacha outspeeds you, Noivern outspeeds you, Halusha outspeeds you. All these outspeed you. Because you have 104 base speed, that means Iron Jugulis also outspeeds you. And then with low kicks and slithering, it's like, oh, hey, I outspeed those. Well, then they also have first impression to one-hit KO you. So not going to really matter much with those two. Actually, I want to go to Slithering Wing real quick, because this is in UU. This is, in my opinion, just about better than Iron Leaves just about every way. They both have a 4 times weakness. I believe this is a 4 times weakness to Flying. I think Bug is weak to Flying. This is 4 times weak to Bug. On the other hand, when we look at this, let's take a look at its physical move pool. They both get Close Combat. Fantastic move. You're definitely running Close Combat in Slither Wing. Flare Blitz, which is another really good move, gets boosted by Photosynthesis. Yeah, sure. Cyber gets boosted by Photosynthesis, but I'm pretty sure Flare Blitz gets boosted even more. So just use Flare Blitz. It gets Earthquake. Fantastic move. Thresh, I guess. Heavy Slam could be decent, depending on how heavy it is. I don't know. First Impression, fantastic move. And that allows you to defeat Iron Leaves. It also gets Wild Charge. Like, this, just in every way, this thing's move pool is better. I believe it gets, Morning Sun, so it can heal, bulk up, so it can set up. I don't think it gets Swords Dance, so that's one way that it's worse. But other than that, it's better in just about every way. Its stats are worse, but just because of its typing and move pool is better than Iron Leaves. So I don't think this will even be useful in UU, just because of Slither Wing, both countering it and taking its role. And just looking in UU, let me sort by attack and see what else takes its role, because it's definitely not usable in OU. In UU, you've got Salamence. Doesn't outspeed it, but it does have a lot more attack. Iron Thrones also doesn't outspeed. Okay. I'm not seeing this anywhere near up there. Oh, yeah, because it's not in UU. Ha. Okay. So we've got Salamence. Actually, none of these do outspeed, except for Barrascuda. So Barrascuda might cause it some competition. So maybe it will be better than I said. Definitely not used in OU, though. Definitely going to be in UU at least. Talonflame, but that doesn't do much damage, but that has a lot of speed. So, like, the issue is these high-speed U-turn users. So I don't think the Iron Leaves it's going to be usable, but it's going to be a very frail physical attacker. For items, you can use Booster Energy as well. You can use Specs. I'm going to say that Scarf is a lot better on this than Walking Wake, just because you have to worry about all those U-turn users, and you're going to have to outspeed and one-hit them. And it wouldn't be that much of an issue if Bug wasn't resisted. I'm pretty sure it's resisted. Yeah, it's resisted to Psychic, I'm pretty sure. It's resisted to Grass. It's resisted to Fighting. I don't think that this has really any way to deal with the Bug types. Air Slash, but that's going off of that bad special attack. You might as well just use a strong stab move. Aerial Ace. Okay. Actually, yeah, you could use Aerial Ace. I could see Aerial Ace being used on the thing just because it has to deal with Bug type somehow. Of course, people are mentioning, like, oh, yeah, you can just Terrastalize it into something good. But, like, is this what you want to use your Terrastalize on when you could use it on this or Gamer Wing? Oh. Yeah, you could use it on Gamer Wing. You could use it on Roaring Moon. You've got two much better Pokemon to use it on. Instead of using it on Iron Leaves, I don't think it's going to be that good. UU Pokemon, maybe UUBL, I don't think will be that good in UU, but that's just my opinion. I am not that good of a player. I don't think I've ever made it past 1500 in OU. Maybe. I don't think so. I don't play a lot of OU, though, so that's my excuse for not being good at OU. But of course, now I'm talking about OU, but yeah, who cares? Going over some more sets. Swords Dance, which with that speed, no. You're going to use Swords Dance and your opponent's going to switch into Gamer Wing, use First Impression, and you've now fainted and lost your Iron Leaves. Yeah, so overall, I think Walking Wake, going to be pretty good. Iron Leaves, going to be mediocre. Yeah. Just my overall impressions. Once again, not a great player. This is just my first look at them. I could be totally wrong. Walking Wake could be an RU Pokemon. It won't. Iron Leaves could be an OU staple. It probably won't, but just going to preface this with that. Thanks for watching, and hope you watch again. Bye!